every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing arise high as the listening skies. Let us resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has brought us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2022 PS130 Black History Assembly. I am your host, Miss Lucia Bradford, and the proud music teacher at PS130. The song you just heard, boys and girls, is called Lift Every Voice and Sing, also known as the Black National Anthem. It was sung by a dear friend of mine, Leroy Anderson, who is a singer and producer out in Washington, D.C. Now, this song was written by two brothers, James Weldon Johnson and Jay Rosamond Johnson. And like any other national anthem, we're going to ask you to stand. The Voices of 130 will be singing that song at the end of our assembly presentation for you. So I'd ask you then if you can please stand in honor and in reverence of that song. We have a wonderful show for you today. Our theme is called Black is Beautiful. And I'm going to be talking a little bit about that later. But our next video is our PS130 administrative team, Mr. Fong, Mrs. Samparan, and Mrs. Thomas. They're going to give a beautiful welcome to you all. And followed by them, we have our very own Dean Riley Driver from class 406. And he's going to be reciting a very powerful poem from Mr. Langston Hughes called I Too Sing America. And he's also going to be reciting another poem from Langston Hughes later on in our program. Sit back, relax, enjoy, and make sure you're learning through our PS130 Black History Assembly. Enjoy!
Hi everyone, welcome to PS130's virtual Black History Month Assembly. This tradition started about 8 years ago thanks to the vision of our most amazing music teacher, Ms. Lucia Bradford. It has really spoken to our school's vision of excellence in education and enrichment and equity for all of our children. We want to lift up the voices of every child at our school, and we want everyone to recognize the beauty in each and every person.
The theme of this year's assembly is Black is Beautiful. We are so happy to come together to celebrate and honor our Black and African American friends, students, colleagues, families, leaders, and community members. While we appreciate you every day, this day is special because we have a chance to pause and to shine the light on all that you are, your gifts, talents, strengths, and beauty.
Thank you so much for being here. Presenting this event virtually means we can reach an even bigger audience to share our stories. and hopefully enlighten and inspire many of you. We appreciate having this month dedicated to learning, remembering, celebrating, and honoring the struggles, experiences, achievements, and lives of our fellow Black Americans. And we hope the learning of this shared American history is a continuous journey for all of us.
Thanks, everyone. Enjoy the show.
I, too, sing America. I am the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when company comes. But I laugh and eat well and grow strong. Tomorrow, I'll be at the table when company comes. Nobody'll dare say to me, eat in the kitchen. Then, besides, they'll see how beautiful I am and be ashamed. I, too, am America.
Every year during this assembly, we shine the light on an African American who has contributed to our society, whether it's in government, arts, politics, science, sports, or education. This year, our first person of interest is Mr. Elijah McCoy, an African American inventor and engineer who also gave us a famous expression we use to this day. Followed by that video, we will have the Frank Sinatra School of the Arts choir called Songbook Singers, and they will be performing a spiritual called Sing When the Spirit Says Sing. Now, every assembly, I always feature a spiritual because spirituals, it's American music. And from the spirituals came many genres we know today, like jazz, the blues, R&B, hip hop, rap, disco, funk, and all the contemporary stuff you guys are listening to today. So it's important to know where the foundation is always. So I'm so happy that they are spreading their talent and singing this spiritual for us. Followed by their video, we have a very cool video of a Black designer and illustrator in fashion, comics, and animation. His name is Mr. James P. He works at Warner Brothers Entertainment on a show that maybe some of you guys will know, Teen Titans Go. So it's going to be a really, really cool segment. And then here to end our segment, we have a beautiful performance of a dancer from the Harlem School of the Arts, which is located right here in New York, in Harlem on 145th Street and St. Nicholas. And she is performing to Maya Angelou, reciting her own poem called Phenomenal Woman. Oh, we have lots to see, and I'm so excited that I can present it to you. Enjoy!
A man who was known in history for an invention that helped the railroad industry travel farther, and also a nickname that let people know his invention was real and authentic. Stay tuned for more as we share interesting facts from the biography of African American inventor Elijah McCoy. The life of Elijah J. McCoy began on May 2nd, 1843, in Colchester, Ontario, Canada. If you are thinking, why was he born in Canada? I've got the answer. That is because Elijah McCoy's parents fled from slavery in the United States using the Underground Railroad made famous in history by Harriet Tubman to escape to Canada. In school today, being involved in STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and math, would have been interesting for Elijah McCoy. The reason I say that is as a young boy, after McCoy's family returned to the United States, they settled in Michigan, where McCoy later traveled to Scotland at the age of 15 to study mechanical engineering. During Elijah McCoy's time there overseas, he completed an apprenticeship in mechanical engineering in Edinburgh, Scotland. Sadly, when Elijah returned to the United States, even though he had a great education, he experienced racism. That is where he wasn't allowed to go into the field of engineering employment because of being of African American descent. After being rejected from employment, that actually was a blessing in disguise because Elijah would take a job as a railroad fireman for the Michigan Central Railroad. Who knew not being able to find a job in his field of study would lead McCoy to changing history? That is because a big part of McCoy's duties as a fireman was frequently oiling the trains so that they would not stop during travel. That is where Elijah McCoy put his mind to work to create an automatic lubricator for trains. His automatic lubricator allowed trains to continue traveling while his invention spread oil all over a train's engine. Elijah McCoy's device became so popular that you had others trying to copy what he invented. The problem is, their attempts to steal his idea didn't work, causing railway engineers to request what they called the real McCoy, which was McCoy's automatic lubricator and not the copycats. The life of Elijah McCoy came to an end on October 10th, 1929, cementing a legacy as a pioneer in the concept of continuous lubrication for moving parts in engines. The life of Elijah J. McCoy was a symbol of excellence.
When the Spirit tells me to pray, Lord, I'll pray. When the Spirit tells me to preach, oh, how I'll preach. When the Holy Spirit tells me to shout, I'm gonna shout, my Lord. When the Spirit says sing, Lord, I'll sing. I will sing, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. I'm gonna sing when the Spirit says sing. I'm gonna sing when the Spirit says sing. I'm gonna sing when the Spirit says sing. And obey the Spirit of the Lord. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. I'm gonna shout when the Spirit says shout. I'm gonna shout when the Spirit says shout. I'm gonna shout when the Spirit says shout and obey the Spirit of the Lord. Listen, listen, I'm gonna preach now. Listen, listen, I'm gonna preach. I'm gonna preach when the Spirit says preach. I'm gonna preach when the Spirit says preach. I'm gonna preach when the Spirit says preach. And obey the Spirit of the Lord. Oh, my Lord. I'm gonna pray when the Spirit says pray. I'm gonna
Hi kids, my name is James P. and I'm an artist living in Burbank, California. Let me show you what I do for a living. Let's take a look. First, let's start with the journey. So growing up, I loved watching cartoons and reading comics. So when I got the chance and opportunity to go to art school, I took it. I went to Pratt Institute in Brooklyn, New York. After I graduated art school, I went straight into design. But I continued to draw comics and cartoons in my own time to hone my skills, hoping to land a job in the comic book industry or the cartoon industry. And at first when I was young, I met a lot of roadblocks. I was told, you're too young, you're too urban. But after many years of working on my craft, I was able to land my dream job, which is working for a show called Teen Titans Go. And not only that, I have my own comic book coming out end of the year. So I'm super happy about that. I hope you enjoyed the journey with me. Whatever your passion is in life, I say pursue it to the best of your ability and take care. Thank you.
Many people wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model size. When I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say, it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenally. I walk into a room just as cool as you please, and to a man the fellows stand, or fall down on their knees. Then they swarm around me, a hive of honeybees. I say, it's the fire in my eyes, the flash of my teeth, the swing in my waist, the joy in my feet. I'm a woman, phenomenally. Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can't see. I say, it's in the arch of my back, the sun of my smile, the ride of my breasts, the grace of my style. I'm a woman, phenomenally. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. I say, it's in the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palms of my hands, the need for my care. Because I'm a woman, phenomenally, phenomenal woman. That's my mother and all your mothers, and my grandmothers and your grandmothers, and my great-grandmothers and your greats and my great-greats and all you women and me.
Hi everyone, it's my honor to introduce you to the next song, Stand Up, sung by the voices of 130 and Miss Bradford. This song honors the life of Harriet Tubman and speaks about her unwavering spirit and all the struggles that she went through for freedom.
I've been walking with my face turned to the sun.
just in case I have to run. I do what I can when I can, what I can for my people. When the clouds roll back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. You hear freedom calling, calling me to answer. Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones. Voices of 130, thank you so much for that beautiful performance and very powerful. I want to say a special thank you to those three soloists, my Jillian, my Julia, and my Alan. Thank you so much. I love you guys very, very dearly. It's so great to be back hearing the voices of 130. So I'm very, very excited. Thank you guys so much. It was really beautiful. We are moving on and we are shining another light on our next person of interest. This is Black Congressman John Lewis. Very, very interesting life, and he just passed away recently. He was one of the Big Six leaders who organized the famous March on Washington with Dr. Martin Luther King. He was very, very, very instrumental in the civil rights movement, and I'm so happy to present him to you. He is someone you should definitely know. Followed by that video, we are going to have, such a special rendition for you. This is a beautiful poem called Black is Beautiful, and remember, that is the theme of our assembly this year. We will have some of our very own PS 130 African American staff members reciting it for you. So you're going to see some of your teachers or paras or aides, and they are going to be without masks reciting this beautiful poem. So I hope you enjoy it. They did such a great job. And then to end our segment, we have yours truly. I will be singing a blues song by W.C. Handy, who is also called the father of the blues. The name of the song is St. Louis Blues, and I think you're going to really enjoy it. All right, here we go. New segment.
Congressman John Lewis is a living legend and an icon of the civil rights movement. A central focus of Lewis's activism has been the fight for the right to vote, a right that until 1965, generations of African Americans had been denied.
When John Lewis was a teenager, he read in a comic book about what Dr. King had been doing in Montgomery. And he went to his parents and he says, I want to be part of this.
By 1963, John Lewis had helped organize demonstrations and sit-ins across the South. When he was elected chairman of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee that same year, he became one of the Big Six leaders of the civil rights movement and helped plan the March on Washington. At age 23, Lewis was the youngest person to speak at the event. But his most defining moment came 2 years later, when he turned his attention to voting rights and helped lead a dangerous civil rights march from Selma to Montgomery.
John Lewis was on the front lines of the 50-mile march, starting in Selma to Montgomery, demonstrating the murder of Jimmy Lee Jackson, a young African American who was killed by a state trooper, but also the denial of African Americans' right to vote across the South. If they could get the nation to zero in on Selma, Alabama, a place that had a large black population and very few African Americans who were registered to vote, then perhaps there could be some action.
As activists marched across the Edmund Pettus Bridge, state troopers tear-gassed and beat them on what came to be known as Bloody Sunday. Lewis himself was severely beaten, suffering a fractured skull. 8 days after Bloody Sunday, President Lyndon Baines Johnson introduced the Voting Rights Act in Congress, and he would sign it into law in August 1965.
Today, we strike away the last major shackle of those fierce and ancient bonds.
The Voting Rights Act of 1965 was written on the road from Selma to Montgomery. The government responded and reacted to the power of the people.
John Lewis has helped secure the right to vote for millions of Americans. He's been on the front lines of the fight for civil rights for over 50 years. And the last time I checked, he was still fighting.
Too many people struggled, suffered, and died to make it possible for every American to exercise their right to vote. And we have come too far together to ever turn back. We must stand up, and speak out.
From the diversity of my complexion's tone and the uniqueness of my structured cheekbones, my black is beautiful.
The bold hue of my skin, I am a woman who displays courage from within. My skin color is the strength of royal pride I dare not hide.
Because I love me and the color that I represent, for it's a symbol of eloquent. Look at me, there is nothing like my features. What you see is neither an illusion nor a delusion. It's a stunning gift of natural beauty from God. So don't dismiss.
Black is the color of power. It is prestigious. It exemplifies confidence and style, which is a blessing from my ancestors of the Nile. I am beautiful from inside out. These words in this poetry are true, I have no doubt.
There is no one who can reform my mind. Black has always been beautiful since the beginning of time. It is a color of honor and grace. I am proud to have my Afrocentric face. That could not be taken away or replaced.
So do not make any mistake.
Appreciate. My black is beautiful and exceptionally great.
Here we are at Mother AME Zion, the oldest black church in the state of New York, located on 137th Street in Harlem, where our featured composer, W.C. Handy, was honored by local Harlem musicians and given an award by the great Lester Walter in 1949. William Christopher Handy was born November 16, 1873, and referred to himself as the father of the blues. Now, he did not create the blues genre, but he was the first to publish music in the blues form, taking the blues from a regional music style, Delta blues, with a limited audience to a new level of popularity. Now, I will be performing the song St. Louis Blues, published in 1914. This piece has been performed by so many great musicians all over the world. Louis Armstrong, Bing Crosby, Glenn Miller, Count Basie, just to name a few. Even arranged by classical music and opera composer William Grant Still. Singer-actress Ethel Waters was the first woman to sing St. Louis Blues in public, but the Bessie Smith Louis Armstrong version, performed in 1925, was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 1993. Handy said that he had been inspired by a chance meeting with a woman on the streets of St. Louis, Missouri, distraught over her husband's absence, who lamented, "My man's got a heart like a rock cast in the sea," a key line of the song you'll hear today. Now, musically, the blues is often known to be simple and a bit repetitive in nature. Well, Handy takes this piece a step further and includes very interesting constraining melodies within the piece. The tango-like section in the middle is a telling moment of a new direction that Handy explores in this blues piece. Well, not everyone agreed with Handy that taking this musical direction was the right way to go. American blues musician and composer T-Bone Walker commented about this song, and I quote, "You can't dress up the blues." I'm not saying that St. Louis Blues isn't fine music, you understand, but it just isn't blues, end quote. Well, I'll let you be the judge of that. W.C. Handy went on to receive many awards, and he was inducted into the Blues and Songwriters Hall of Fame. There are many music festivals and parks named after him, and the U.S. Postal Service even issued a commemorative stamp in his honor. His contribution to the world of music, the blues in particular, will certainly live on. And I, Lucia Bradford, am so happy and so proud to present this piece to you. Here we go, St. Louis Blues. That evening sun go down. I hate to see that evening sun go down. 'Cause my baby, he done left this town. Oh, feeling tomorrow like I feel today. If I'm feeling tomorrow like I feel today, I'm gonna pack my truck and make my getaway. Oh, St. Louis woman with her diamond rings, she pulls that man around by her apron string. If it wasn't for powder and her store-bought hair, that man that I love would never go nowhere, nowhere. Got the St. Louis blues, just as blue as I can be. That man got a heart like a rock cast in the sea, or else he wouldn't have come so far from me. Yeah. She pulls that man around by her apron string. If it wasn't for powder and that store-bought hair, I tell you that man that I love, he never go nowhere, nowhere.
Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field frozen with snow.
My black is beautiful.
My black is beautiful. My black is beautiful.
My black is beautiful.
My black is beautiful. My black is beautiful.
Come on, everybody, come and dance. Come do your kind of dance.
Mi negro es hermoso.
My black is beautiful.
Our black is beautiful.
My black is beautiful.
I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, and just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. 'Cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. I go to the movie and I go downtown. Somebody keep telling me don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. Then I go to my brother and I say, brother, help me please. But he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. Lord, there've been times that I thought I could last for long, but now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will.
130 family. We have come to the end of our Black History Assembly. I am so excited. I hope that you learned something. I hope you were inspired by something. I hope that your mind is a little bit different at the end of this assembly. If any of those things happen, I am happy and I did my job. Now, this is not a one-woman show. There's so many people that make this work. So very quickly, let's go through the list. Let's give a big round of applause to our staff, PS 130 staff that participated. Thank you so much. To our students, Voices of 130 and Dean, thank you so much. I want to also give a big shout out to Mr. Leisure, our computer teacher. He edited some of our segments. Thank you so much, Lee. We really appreciate you, and thank you so much for your hard work. To our guests, our Frank Sinatra School of the Arts songbook singers, to their conductor, Mr. Stephen Kirby. Thank you so much, Steve. To Mr. James P., our cartoonist, illustrator, and animator, and all of it. Thank you so much for joining our PS 130 Black History Assembly. We really appreciate you. Thank you to Mr. Leroy Anderson for sharing your gift to Lift Every Voice and Sing. Thank you so much. To the beautiful dancer at Harlem School of the Arts. She was amazing. Thank you so much, Harlem School of the Arts, for sending that video over. And of course, to the whole chorus, my Voices of 130, I just want to say thank you again so much. I really appreciate you guys. To Miss Danielle Bradford, who is my sister, and also the choreographer for the song that you saw for Stand Up. Thank you so much, darling. To Mr. Ewan helping us with the lighting for the video. It was awesome. Thank you so much for helping out, Mr. Ewan. And our new videographer and editor, we have Miss Magiko, who is the mother of Suise and Saylin here at our school, and she is an amazing professional videographer and editor. So thank you so much, Miss Magiko. Thank you for our administrative team, Miss Samperon, Miss Thomas. You guys are amazing. You're so supportive. Thank you for allowing us to do this every year. We really appreciate you. And last but certainly not least, we want to thank Mr. Fong for being an amazing principal, of course, but also for supporting this assembly and for allowing us to always do it and to present to our school community. Thank you so much, Mr. Fong, and also for editing and putting this whole thing together. I just give him the pieces and he strings it all together. So thank you so much, Mr. Fong. And thank you to our viewers, our teachers, and all of the students that are watching today, all the parents that are watching, all of our guests. Thank you for joining us. And I'll see you next year. Have a great year. And remember, be the change you want to see. Black is beautiful. Bye, guys.
I've been walking with my face turned to the sun. Weight on my shoulders, a bullet in my gun. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I have to run. I do what I can when I can, while I can for my people. While the clouds roll back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones. Early in the morning, shine stars fill up the sky. Stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear?